Good morning, boys and girls. Nice to see you. Boys and girls, this week we are going to start on three-dimensional shapes. Okay, first of all, let's go over our knowledge for college. Why are we learning about three-dimensional shapes this week? Well, guess what? Our knowledge for college says that we can analyze and compare three-dimensional shapes. And we have to describe objects and shapes in our environment. So we're going to focus on those two knowledge for college standards, okay? So let's go over our essential question. So why are we learning about three-dimensional shapes and how are we going to answer that? Well, I want you to think of this question as we're learning this week. Essential question. How do I identify and compare three-dimensional shapes? Can you say that with me? How do I identify and compare three-dimensional shapes? And I got my math word wall here. I got my vocabulary cards. You'll be able to cut them in your book a little later. I did put this in your packets, okay? So go ahead and cut them out, and you can put them in a baggie at home. The words are cube. Can you see that? Cube. Cube. Sphere. Sphere. Can you say that? Good. You know what? I like clapping the syllables. How about you join me? Cube. Cube. How many syllables? Sphere. Ready? Sphere. How many syllables? Now, let's say that word again. That's a new word for us. Cube. Tell your elbow. Cube. Tell your hands. Cube. Tell the ceiling. Cube. Next word, sphere. Tell your back. Sphere. Tell your ears. Sphere. Tell your knees. Sphere. Good job. Cube and sphere. And boys and girls, guess what? You know all about shapes. You know circles and squares and rectangles. But you're going to say, Mrs. Kondo, what's the difference? Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you the difference between a two-dimensional shape and a three-dimensional shape. The first thing you should know is two-dimensional shapes are flat. So look, I can draw a square. This is my two-dimensional shape, say square. Guess what? Can I pick it up? Let's see. Uh-oh, I can't. This is a circle. Circle. Let's try to pick it up. Oh, doesn't work. I can't pick it up. Let's try this one. Can I pick it up? Let's try the cube. Can I pick it up? Yes. So the difference is you can pick up the three-dimensional, but you can't pick up the two-dimensional shapes. Another difference you should know is two-dimensional shapes, guess what? They only go two ways. They only go up and down. They can go up and down and side to side. But guess what? A three-dimensional shape, a cube can go side to side, up and down, and front to back. Did you hear that? Three-dimensional shapes go side to side, up and down, back to front. That's the way you're going to know it's a three-dimensional shape. So again, two-dimensional shapes, can we pick them up? No, we can't pick them up. Can we hold them? Do they go up Do they go three positions? No, they just go up and down, and that's it. Three-dimensional shapes go up and down, side to side, back to front. Really quick, another way you can find out if it's two-dimensional or three-dimensional. Guess what? Let's do a clapping test. So I cut my square, just like so. I cut a square out. And you could try this at home too. I cut the square. I'm going to do the clapping test. Are you ready to try it with me? So you put the two-dimensional shape in your hand. And if you clap, if you hear your clap, that means it's two-dimensional. Ready? Did you hear my clap? Let's try it again. Sure did. So this is a what? Two-dimensional shape. I also cut the next one. Let's see. It's a circle. Should we do the clapping test? So you get your little circle. You can cut one at home. Put it on your palm. And let's do the clapping test. Did you hear it clap? Let's try it again. Yes. Guess what? This is a two-dimensional shape. You can hear my clap. Now I'm going to try the three-dimensional shapes. Okay, I got my little tissue box. Here's my three-dimensional shape. Say cube. Cube. Let's give it a test. Is it a three-dimensional or two-dimensional? Let's find out. I'm going to put it on my palm. And if you hear my clap, let me know. Let's try it again. No, did not pass the test. It's a three-dimensional one. Let's get the sphere. Got my tennis ball. Okay, so remember, if you hear a clap, it's two-dimensional, and if you don't, it's a what? That's right, three-dimensional. Here it goes. Oh. Let's try it again. No, two-dimensional. So now you know the difference. Two-dimensional, let's review. You can pick it up and you'll hear a clap. And they go two ways for two-dimensional. Up and down, side to side. And you know a shape is three-dimensional when you won't hear it clap. You can hold it in your hand. And remember, three-dimensional shapes go side to side, up and down, back to front. Okay, so now I want to talk about our new shape. Say cube. C-U-B-E, cube. So here's my cube. Boys and girls, when we do three-dimensional shapes, we talk about faces. So this is going to be a face. Each three-dimensional shapes has a face. So this is a cube. Are you ready to count the faces with me? Awesome. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do the back, 6. How many faces? 6. And look, what shape is the face? That's right, it's a square. A cube has 6 faces, and the faces are square. And remember when we talked about two-dimensional shapes, do we say corners? No, we're smarter than that. Let's say vertices. Guess what? For three-dimensional shapes, we also say vertices. Are you ready to help me count the vertices? They're a little different. Let's see. I'm going to touch and you're going to point. Here we go. See this? That's called a vertice. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. A cube has how many faces? Say 6. A cube has how many vertices? 8. Guess what, boys and girls? I'm going to teach you some challenge stuff right now. Challenge kids, you ready? You learned this more in first grade, but let's talk about it now since you're so smart. We're also going to talk about these right here. You know how for flat shapes we say sides? Guess what? For our three-dimensional shapes, we say edges. Say edges. So this is an edge. This is an edge. This is an edge. This is an edge. Guess what? A cube has 12 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's review cube before we go to our next shape. A cube has how many faces? Good job, 6. A cube has how many vertices? Good job, 8. And challenge, how many edges does a cube have? 12. That's right, 12. And look, remember, three-dimensional shapes you can hold, you can't clap, and guess what? You can rotate them. That means you can move them around, and they're puffy. And guess what? They stick out, not like the flat two-dimensional shape, huh? So I'm ready to go to the other one. So later on today, you can go at home and you can find some three-dimensional shapes. So go on your house search. What are you going to look for? Cubes. See, I went in my restroom and I found a box of tissue. And go ahead, if you want to share them, go ahead and share them on my little Instagram and I'll post some of them. So go on a search today in your house, outside, and look for what shape? Cube. Let's go over the next shape. The next shape is a sphere. Boys and girls, a sphere is just like a ball, isn't it? It's perfectly round, like a ball, like my tennis ball that I use. Boys and girls, can we pick, remember, this is a circle. This is two-dimensional. Can I pick it up? Mm-mm. Can I hold this and pick it up? Yes. The two-dimensional, can I hear my clap? Yes. But a three-dimensional, you can hear the clap. So guess what? A sphere, you cannot hear a clap. It's perfectly round. Okay? And boys and girls, like I said, it's kind of like a ball. And this one actually is a little tricky. It has no vertices, does it? Do you see vertices, corners? No. Uh-oh, it doesn't have any edges either, like the cube. No edges. No vertices, no edges, but it does have one face, a circular face that goes all around. So a sphere is actually a little easier than a cube, isn't it? Let's review our shapes. Ready? Cube, sphere. Boys and girls, I want to play a little song for you. Are you ready? Hold on a minute. I'll put this one on.